Notice something curious? Two women sitting at neighboring tables on the sunny cafe terrace. About the same age, both around 60, both put together, both with a neat haircut and dressed with taste. Neither is wearing anything loud or flashy, but one looks fresh and rested, like she just got back from a holiday, and the other looks tired, even though she slept well and did her hair that morning. Same hairstyle, similar makeup, the same figure. The difference comes down to one thing: the color of the blouse. The first woman is in a soft, creamy shade, the second in a cold, steely gray. One color near the face and 10 years of difference in the impression. Not in age, in impression. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but I am about to show you why it isn't. It's physics. Hello and welcome to the Silver Wardrobe. Today's topic is one so many of you have been asking for. Which clothing colors freshen the face after 50, and which ones make us look older and more tired, even when we are in great shape? And tell me in the comments your city and the color you wear most often. Just 2 words: city and color. I would love to gather a little snapshot of our audience. I am willing to bet that black wins by a wide margin. And black is exactly what we are going to talk about today. At the very end, I will show you one test you can do at home by a window in 30 seconds. Right away, with no stylist and no paid consultations, you will know which colors are yours and which are not. Stay with me to the end. This is one of those things that quietly works for you every single day. Here is where I want to begin. When we say a color makes you look younger or weighs you down, that is not a matter of taste. It is the physics of light. Fabric near the face reflects light. Warm, soft shades cast a warm glow onto the skin, and the face looks more even, healthier, as if it were lit from within. Cold or very dark shades absorb light and emphasize everything we would usually want to soften: shadows under the eyes, the fine lines around the mouth, uneven tone, fatigue, not because you look bad, but because the light is working against you instead of with you. At 25, the skin glows on its own and overpowers any fabric. After 50, the skin gets thinner and the fabric starts to take over. The color begins to dictate how your face reads, and now it really does matter what sits right at your collar. Let's start with the colors that give the face no help. There aren't 5 of them, or 10. The main culprits are 3, and the first, an awkward one, is black. The most popular, the safest, the most universal color in any woman's wardrobe, and the most treacherous after 50. Every time I say this, I get a flood of objections. Black is slimming. Black is elegant. Black is a classic. Coco Chanel said so. All true. Black really does slim the silhouette along the body, but it ruins the face. A black turtleneck under the chin and the shadows on the face deepen. The lines around the mouth get more visible. The skin looks dull and grayish, as if you hadn't slept in 2 days. Black takes the light, all of it, and light near the face is your youth, your freshness, your you look well today. I am not telling you to throw out everything black. Black trousers, a black skirt, a black jacket, by all means. But at the collar, near the face, another color. A scarf, a blouse, even just a shirt collar in a warm or light shade. It's one swap, one piece, and the whole face changes. Put a creamy blouse under your black jacket instead of a black one and look in the mirror. You will be surprised. The second color that gets in the way, and here I want to be precise because this is easy to get wrong, not gray in general. Gray is a wonderful color. I wear it myself and I love it. The problem is cold gray. That steely, bluish, metallic-toned gray that the chain stores adore and that hangs on every other rack. A concrete wall on an overcast November day. The color of asphalt after rain. It turns the skin earthy, a grayish yellow, and amplifies every unevenness in your tone. The dark spots, the redness, the dark circles, or rather, it doesn't amplify them. It simply fails to compensate. The fabric gives the face no help, and the face is left alone with the lighting, and the lighting in a store or an office is not your friend. Here's what does work: warm gray, pearl, gray beige, gray with a faint pink or lilac undertone. It's soft. It reflects light with warmth instead of cold. The difference between cold and warm gray is like the difference between an overcast morning and a soft sunrise. Both are gray, but the feeling is the opposite, and there is a simple way to tell them apart in a store. Lay the piece next to a sheet of pure white paper. If the gray looks bluish next to the white, it's cold. Don't take it near your face. If it looks slightly beige, faintly pink, or just soft, it's warm. It works every time. The third one is what I call grandmother's beige, that yellowish beige, flat, with no depth, the color of a cardboard box or builder's sand. They sell it everywhere because it's cheap to produce and supposedly neutral. Well, it isn't neutral. It blends into the skin after 50, so you start to look washed out. The face loses its outline, the edges blur, as though you and your blouse were the same color and texture. This isn't the beige that freshens you. This is the beige that erases you. And you know where it shows up most? In photos. Someone takes a picture of you at a cafe and you look like you dissolved into the background, the neck and the blouse one tone, as if the color had been drained out of you. And you think, the camera is bad. The camera has nothing to do with it. The color is to blame. You need a completely different beige, alive, with an undertone. And we will get to that one in a minute. Here I want to stop, because behind all these wrong colors there are specific culprits. Mass market marketers who buy fabric in bulk in 3 basic shades: black, cold gray, and flat beige, because those sell by the millions. Influencers who tell you to wear black because they are 27 and on them every color is a celebration. Sales associates who need to sell what's on the rack, not what suits you. Friends who say it looks good on you out of politeness. Nobody is lying to you on purpose, but nobody is helping you either. The only one who can help you is you, and for that you need to know what to look for. And now, the other side. 5 colors that work for you instead of against you. And here I want you to understand the principle, not just memorize a list. It's simple. You need colors that give the face light but don't blend into the skin. Contrasting enough that the face steps forward and stays in focus, and soft enough that they don't shout and don't overpower you. The first is milky white. Not blinding white, not stark white, not snow white. That is too harsh, and by contrast, it underlines every unevenness of the skin. What you want is soft and creamy, with the warm tint of warm milk or ivory. It reflects warm light onto the face and literally lights the skin from within. It freshens any skin tone, fair, olive, or deep. A milky shirt, a milky turtleneck, an ivory scarf. This is your universal weapon, and it costs the same as a black turtleneck. It just works 10 times better. Wherever you usually reach for the black turtleneck, put on the milky one just once. Look in the mirror. You will see the result in 3 seconds. Next, dusty rose. And I want to clear away a prejudice first. Pink is not just for little girls. Pink in its pure form, bright and candy-colored, yes, that one isn't for us. But dusty rose is something else. It's muted and soft, as if it had faded a little in the sun. The color of a dried peony, of a cloud at dawn. It makes the skin look like porcelain. It softens the features and adds that gentle flush that the face has less of as the years pass. A coat in dusty rose on a woman of 60 looks more elegant than on a woman of 30, because it rhymes with the silver in her hair and the calm in her eyes. A soft cashmere scarf, a blouse, a light cardigan. This is one of those colors you put on once and never want to take off. And it goes with almost everything neutral, with beige, gray, white, navy. It isn't fussy. It's a soft team player that improves any base. Here is another one that works, soft sage. A muted green with a gray undertone, the color of sage leaves or dusty eucalyptus. It's neutral in mood but alive, unlike that dead cold gray. It creates a sense of freshness, as if there were greenery nearby, even when you are at the office. Sage works with any skin tone, but it's especially good with silver or ash hair. It brings out the noble coolness of the hair and warms the face at the same time. That pairing, silver plus sage, looks like a still from a good European film. A shirt, a light trench, a summer linen dress in soft sage, pieces that never go out of style, because it isn't a fashion. It's the color of nature itself. And it works surprisingly well when you travel. Against white walls, greenery, sea, and stone, this shade makes you look like part of the landscape, and every photo comes out alive without a single filter. The fourth, warm beige, but not the grandmother's beige we took apart earlier. A living, complex one with a peach or pink undertone, the color of champagne, of caramel latte, of sand at sunset. Every time I see a woman in a good warm beige, I think, there it is, effortless elegance. It evens out the tone of the face and doesn't blend into the skin because it has depth, a transition from light to warm. This is the color that makes a woman look expensive without a single brand on her. A cashmere sweater the color of warm sand, a silk blouse the color of champagne, and you need nothing more. Look for it under names like warm beige, champagne, or sand. And the fifth, my personal favorite, and here I am not even going to try to be objective. Smoky blue. Not a bright blue, not cornflower, not electric. A soft blue, as if veiled in morning mist, the color of an April sky half an hour before sunrise. It makes the whites of the eyes brighter, almost instantly, and brings out any iris color, brown, gray, blue, green. It creates a freshness I can only describe as, I just washed my face with spring water and stepped outside. A scarf, a wrap, a light blouse in smoky blue near the face is a beauty filter that costs nothing and works every time. And it works very well in photographs. If you know you will be photographed, a birthday, a class reunion, a family celebration, put on smoky blue near your face. In the photo, you will look younger and fresher than in real life. Not the other way around, the way it usually goes, but actually better. It's one of the few colors that gets along with daylight, evening light, and a phone camera. Are these breakdowns useful to you? If they are, this is the Silver Wardrobe, and we are here every week. Come back. And you know what else I notice? In the comments on the video about hair shades, many of you wrote that after you changed your hair color, you started choosing your clothes completely differently. That is an absolutely right connection. Your hair color and the color near your face are two spotlights aimed at your skin. If both are aimed right, the face glows, the skin is even, the eyes are bright. If even one is off target, you get shadows, fatigue, grayness. Two sources of reflected light that have to work as a pair. And now, the test I promised. Stand by a window in daylight, not under a lamp. Lamps distort the light. Not in a bathroom. By a window, facing the light. Morning is best. Take 2 scarves out of your closet. One dark or cold, the other light or warm. A black turtleneck and a milky shirt, for example. Hold them up to your neck and chin one at a time, so the color reflects onto your face, and look in the mirror. With one color, the face becomes more even, fresher, the eyes brighter. With the other, the shadows deepen, the tone goes dull, and you think, I look a little tired. You can see it in 3 seconds. No color analysis, no stylist, no online courses. A window, a mirror, and 2 things of different colors. Free, today. I mean it, don't put this off. Some of you will be surprised, because a color you thought was yours for years will turn out to be the one that adds tiredness, and the one gathering dust on the far shelf will turn out to be exactly yours. Do it, and write to me what you saw. I am genuinely curious. And I will finish with this. We give so much attention to creams, serums, masks. We spend real money on skincare so the skin will look fresher and younger. But sometimes it's enough to simply change the color of your turtleneck. Not a new treatment, just one swap. Take away the color that steals the light and put in its place one that gives the light back. It takes 10 seconds in the morning. It doesn't cost a penny, and it works every day with no days off. Color is not a decoration. Color is light, and you are the one aiming it at your own face. And only you get to decide whether it dims you or lights you up.